It's uncomfortable. I hate asking for help. I really do. It's not in my character to ask for anything from me. Here we go, guys. The thing I was trying to not do, but end up doing here is this is my GiveSendGo. I'm fighting a bogus lawsuit from an insane moron. And thank you so much to people who have already donated and shared this campaign. Look, here's the deal. Montagraph is suing me, as you guys know. I'm trying to give you updates as they happen. We're in kind of a holding pattern until April 10th, when our next hearing is. There's not really much to do in the meantime. I think my lawyer will be filing a reply brief at some point, but I'm not involved in that other than discussing with my lawyer, stuff like giving them information, etc. And they're kind of in charge of the strategy. And I don't really want to know much of the strategy because I want to talk about the lawsuit without like dealing with that. So I have my impressions of documents and stuff like that, but I try and stay out of those discussions as often as possible unless I'm critically needed. However, here's the reality. I mean, I guess I could just read the thing I wrote. I'll read it. So, hey, what's up, guys? This is Nick Rekieta of Rekieta Law, small law firm in central Minnesota. How's it going? If you're here, you probably already know about my plight. A lunatic internet weirdo named Montagraph, aka Steve Quest, is suing me with a frivolous lawsuit designed to silence my speech and impact my ability to do what I love, making people laugh at stupid legal and cultural topics. This started with Mr. Medicare back in 2019. He introduced me to Montagraph, who was engaged in another loser of an anti-speech lawsuit against someone named Morphinos. Medicare and I laughed at the case and the bogus nature of the claims Montagraph was bringing and delved into the storied internet history of this strange man. Montagraph waged a meme war against me, but then ultimately disappeared for a couple of years. When I was wrongly banned from YouTube, Montagraph returned, claiming victory and that I would never return to YouTube. As I deal with many trolls, I responded by relaying some of Montagraph's well-documented past. Now he's sued me for defamation, which is interesting because it requires things said to be false. I decided to take the lawsuit seriously and hired one of the best defamation lawyers out there, Mark Randazza, a true champion of free speech. Mark and I have a tepid history, but he took on the opportunity to defend speech while I took on the opportunity to be his most difficult client, and that roster is impressive. Certainly. All of that to say, legal bills for a top-tier law firm are insane, even on a frivolous suit. I've tried to help out many people over my time broadcasting, and I'm genuinely asking people to help me if they can spare it. Please, please do not put yourself in any financial peril or hardship on my behalf. Always take care of yourself and your family first. However, if you're so inclined, I would appreciate any assistance in defraying these legal bills. I also may have to pay for Mark's therapy or hypnotic mind wipe when all is said and done. I appreciate this community and everything it's done for me and my family. Thank you for your support. If you're unable to contribute financially, please consider sharing this campaign and spreading the word. Thanks, y'all. See you every weeknight at 11 p.m. Central. Peace. Peace. So, that's what we've got here. Look, I don't even know, because I get an invoice every month, how deep into this thing I am, but it's very, very expensive. It's very expensive to fight even a frivolous lawsuit when you do it correctly. So, unfortunately, I'm asking for a little bit of help. But, if you do not want to, please don't. Please don't. I'm not going to come out here and say I will never survive without your help or anything like that. The internet has been very, very good to me, and this community has been wonderful to me. So I don't want to ever misrepresent things. I'm not going broke. I'm not poor. I'm not dying. I'm not going to lose my house or something. At this point, I mean, I guess who knows what the future holds, but in reality, any little bit helps quite a bit, and it helps me immensely because it is very, very expensive. So, thank you for your consideration. It's GiveSendGo.com/Rekieta Law. I try to make it as easy for people to find it as possible, and really only to find people who would be interested in helping out with that. So there you go. Please consider sharing that and spreading the word. Thank you all again who have supported me. And yeah, see, we're already at $1,189. So I really appreciate that. Thank you guys for the help. Triptych asks a very important question. If Nick wins and Monty has to cover his legal costs, does that mean he has to pay back the chat and donors? No, that's not how that works. One, I don't know how I would do that practically. But two, the reality is that Monty, even if I get a fee award against Monty, it's almost impossible that he'll pay any of it. And that's the problem when you weaponize the legal system against people is how do I make a broke weirdo pay for the damage that they cause? There's really not much you can do. So yeah, but what I will try and do is, especially if I am able to defray the cost, I mean, that's going back into the show, into doing live events, into doing other things related to the show that I've got planned for this year and next year and the next year and the next year. So, yeah, that's the reality of it. So again, thanks. If you don't want to help, please do not. I do not want help from people who have no inclination to help, and I don't want help from people who would put any financial stress on them at all. Please, you're sharing or just reading it over and going, "Hey, I support you, buddy." That's immense to me. Really, really is. So, thank you.